Orphaned and alone, a tender girl's journey with grandma. Like a bolt from the blue, Nakatha's life took a sudden turn for the worse right after her father's burial. Her problems started when her stepmother, acting like a thief in the night, stole the money donated by donors intended to aid Nakatha and her 2-year-old stepbrother in their academic endeavors. The loss of the money was a bitter pill to swallow, and it left Nakatha and her family in a precarious financial situation. As if that wasn't enough, fate dealt another blow a few months later when Nakatha's grandmother was unable to pay her private academy tuition. Nakatha was forced to bid farewell to her dream school and enroll in the neighborhood public primary school, where her father had once been the headmaster. The sudden change was like a fish out of water for Nakatha, who was used to a different way of life. However, she soldiered on, determined to make the best of the situation and rise above her circumstances like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Nakatha's father's colleagues were like guardian angels, always swooping in to offer her words of encouragement when she needed them most. But there was one teacher, Teacher Zipporah, who was like a thorn in her side. Nakatha's stepmother's closest friend was like a snake in the grass, concealing her intense contempt for Nakatha behind a facade of kindness. In class, she was like a hawk, swooping down on Nakatha with challenging questions and sharp rebukes whenever she gave an incorrect response. Her words were like daggers, cutting deep into Nakatha's heart and leaving her feeling wounded. With ruthless efficiency, she wasted no time in hammering home the painful truth to Nakatha, that her mother's tragic demise from HIV/AIDS was a harbinger of her own fate. Like a mother, like a daughter, she didn't see any other future for Nakatha. It was as if she had wielded a blunt instrument, shattering Nakatha's fragile emotional state with a single blow. The words stung like a swarm of angry bees, leaving Nakatha feeling as though she had been plunged into a dark, bottomless pit. It was a harsh reminder of the cruel hand fate had dealt her, and she felt utterly helpless in the face of it. Despite this, Nakatha was not alone in her struggles. Her classmates were like a shield, defending her from the verbal barbs of the malicious few who sought to bully her. They were like a family, always there for each other, offering support and encouragement in equal measure. With tears streaming down her face like a waterfall, Nakatha had spent hours lamenting Zipporah's cutting words. But at last she dragged herself home, her eyes red and swollen like 2 ripe tomatoes. The long hours of crying had left her feeling drained and hollow, like a deflated balloon. It was a bitter pill to swallow, but she knew that she had to pick herself up and soldier on, no matter how hard it might be. The grandmother stood in the kitchen, her hands busy preparing the ingredients for the evening meal. Her grandchildren sat around the fire, watching her every move with rapt attention. The scent of firewood filled the air as the old woman stoked the flames in the stove. She started to tell the grandchildren a story.